Today I wanted to make some super healthy oatmeal cookies. So if you saw my video with the cardamom rose lattes, I had some cookies that I had made that go really nice with your latte. So I wanted to do the recipe for you. And this recipe literally has 3 ingredients. So we're going to start with oats. We have a cup of oats. Put them in the bowl here. And then I have some applesauce. I'm going to measure out half a cup of the applesauce. One of these little packets is 1/3 of a cup, so it takes a little bit more than 1 packet. Put that in my bowl. And then I have a half a cup of mix-ins. Now you can put whatever you like in here. I have about a 1/4 cup of walnuts because that's all I had, and then about a 1/4 cup of raisins because these are going to be like oatmeal raisin cookies. Now, I'm also going to add some spices here. I'm going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon. I do like spices in my oatmeal raisin cookies, but I don't want to overdo it. And then maybe I'll do a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay, we're just going to mix this up. These are not very sweet cookies. If you want more sweetness, you could always add, a little bit of sweetener of some sort, maple syrup, sugar. I would not add honey. It's not good to cook honey. I know that a lot of times when you find sugar-free recipes, they might recommend honey, but according to Ayurvedic medicine, which is, they have a lot of nutritional recommendations that I adhere to because I think they make a lot of sense. And I feel like the food feels healthier in my body, so I do not cook honey. But adding the raisins also adds sweetness, so that can be a way to go too. The last time I made these, I added some dates to them, and they were pretty sweet with the dates. All right, so now they're mixed up. I'm going to get my baking stone. Last time I just put them on a cookie sheet with some parchment. This time I thought I would try the baking stone. I imagine it will give them a nice crisp bottom. So you scoop these out by a tablespoonful, a heaping tablespoon, and just kind of squeeze them into a ball like that. Put them here in your pan. I know a lot of times in the evenings, you might want some kind of an after dinner treat or something to eat while we watch our shows in the evenings. And 1 or 2 of these cookies with a nice warm milk drink can be really, really satisfying. Surprisingly satisfying. I have my oven heated to 350 degrees. And these are going to cook for about 13 to 15 minutes. You have to kind of squeeze them to get them to stick together. The last time I made them, I actually let them sit for a few minutes with the oatmeal and the applesauce while the oven was preheating. I think that made it easier. So I recommend that. You know, just mix everything together and then turn your oven on. And it might take about 5, 10, 15 minutes for your oven to preheat. Mine takes closer to 15 because it's old, but I think that helps them stick together better when they sit for a little bit. Now these will not spread out, so if you want them to be a little more flat, actually they probably cook more evenly too. Press them down a little bit. As you can see, they are a little bit healthy. Like I said, if you leave them all soak together a little bit, I think that helps. But the upside is they're gluten-free. They're low sugar, no processed sugar, just the natural sugar from the applesauce and the raisins. And they're delicious. And they're guilt-free. Okay. I'm going to put these in the oven and let them cook 13 to 15 minutes. And then I will be back and show you the end result. So my cookies are out of the oven. I ended up baking them for 15 minutes and I let them cool for about 10 minutes because sometimes with gluten-free stuff, it can be a little crumbly, but sometimes if you let it cool a little, it's not as crumbly. So let's see what we got here. I think they are pretty good and they're not as crumbly as I thought they would be. I maybe could have even cooked them a little longer. I thought they would get a little crispier on the bottom, but they look good. Yeah, they feel pretty solid. So these are my very healthy, very simple oatmeal raisin cookies. And I hope that you enjoy this recipe and I hope that it makes your life easier if you're wanting to eat healthy but still have treats sometimes. All right. Thank you for watching and take good care.